We head into the second half of AIW's The Doctor is in. Matt Wadsworth is back, along with Nathan Zagura. And Nathan, we are kicking it off with what was one half of a four-way dance that, you know what, I'm not leaving, which you can see right here on IWTV. Matthew Justice and Pretty Boy Smooth, a pair of former AIW Absolute Champions meeting one-on-one.
Wadsworth, you saw me. I was on my feet as these two guys came out. I am excited for this match. You mentioned that before. We're going to see the other half of that later with Kaplan and Broner. But Matthew Justice, in my opinion, the most entertaining wrestler on the planet. And I'll tell you that because as soon as you see his name on a card, you know you are getting your money's worth, and there's a good chance you're going to see something you didn't even think was possible and something that you're sure as heck not going to try at home.
That's it, Fonzie. Not at all intimidated by the size of Pretty Boy Smooth. Fonzie got his own chapstick? Pretty Boy Smooth says that's my thing. Fonzie has pulled out his own chapstick.
You'll love that because Pretty Boy Smooth likes to be fresh. He likes to keep those lips moist, and Fonzie just mocking him right now. And you can do that when you know you've got Matt Justice who takes advantage of the distraction. These guys had this planned out from the start. Fonzie throwing the chair like the Rocket Roger Clemens.
Just like this, we are already on the floor. Pretty Boy Smooth on the outside. Justice sets the chair up.
We're not wasting any time, Wadsworth.
No, absolutely not. Justice. Oh, the slam dunk out of Pretty Boy Smooth, a former Division I collegiate basketball player. Oh, and Hofstra showing the athleticism. Of course, you look at Pretty Boy Smooth, he is an absolute specimen when you see him. You've seen him, just the size, the strength, but he is so underappreciated for the athleticism that he shows off.
6'9", 270 pounds, and you can see the strength. You can see his movement skills, and that's how he's able to get out of the way of Justice, who is looking to fly off of that top rope and springboarding off the chair. And Pretty Boy Smooth, big avalanche in the corner, and already has the advantage.
And I got to think Pretty Boy Smooth hasn't forgotten the night that he lost that AIW Absolute title that Filthy Tom Lawler walked out of Slumber Party Massacre in Jersey City, New Jersey with it. Matthew Justice was part of that matchup that night. Just a slam out of Pretty Boy Smooth. He is showing that he does not get paid by the hour. So he tried to end this one quickly.
The huge leg drop and Justice, the resilience, and it's something that is synonymous with him, his ability to take punishment.
Matthew Justice, of course I mentioned former Absolute champion. He's one of 4 men in AIW history to have held the Absolute, the Intense, and the Tag Team titles. We saw Josh Prohibition make his return to singles action earlier tonight. Of course, the man that took those Absolute and Intense titles off of him, Joshua Bishop, along with NXT's Joaquin Wilder, as we knew him, DJ Z, we knew him by many names over the years.
And I'll tell you what, the Justice Bishop feud back in 2019, the Justice driver off the balcony at the Odeon. If you haven't seen that, go seek that out, find it, watch it, because that'll tell you everything you need to know about this man. He's just willing to take risks that most sane people are not. And maybe he's insane, but it works for him.
Listen, Matthew Justice is a guy who doesn't mind inflicting damage to himself as long as he inflicts more damage to you in the process.
That's right. And listen, he's not afraid of it as he goes.
Oh,
my goodness.
Just go coast to coast.
Senton. I've never seen that in my life.
It was almost like, it looked like he was going for that flipping drop kick coast to coast. Pretty Boy Smooth had it well scouted out, got out of the way. And the thing is, obviously you can't help but talk about the size of Pretty Boy Smooth. Matthew Justice is not a small man.
No. Pretty Boy Smooth is a massive man. And you can see that. And look, Pretty Boy Smooth, not only does he like to keep it fresh, the chapstick, the fresh haircut, the beautiful women, he's not afraid to get physical. When he gets in the ring with Justice, he knows he's going to have to be, as he is chopping him down right now and wearing him out with the big right hand.
I think Justice had the idea that he would come in, he'd dirty this one up a little bit, make it a little sloppy, turn it into a brawl, but Pretty Boy Smooth is not giving him the opportunity to do so.
That's where Justice is in his element. That's why he's with Fonzie, because he reminds you of Sabu, Rob Van Dam. He wants to fly. He wants to get hardcore and get out of the confines of this ring. And Pretty Boy Smooth right now trying to ground him by dropping him from more than 7 feet in the air. But Justice counters out of there, kick to the midsection, and a big DDT. When you chop the tree, Wadsworth, it falls hard.
He's only big, man.
He rolls him over, makes the cover, hooks the leg.
He's not hardcore.
Long 2 count there. Must have stunned Pretty Boy with that DDT there. Justice, who just needed time to gather himself, rolling out of the ring, because he's been on the receiving end of a lot of the offense from Pretty Boy Smooth early here in this match.
Well, and here's the thing about it is, yes, that's the first of not a lot of offense for Matthew Justice in this matchup so far, but did he necessarily think he was going to get the pin? Maybe not. Maybe he thought he had a shot. Maybe he thought he stung him enough. But he knew the energy that Pretty Boy Smooth was going to have to expend in order to kick out. He covered it. He hooked to the far leg, laid all of his body weight across the chest so that Pretty Boy Smooth had to work to get the shoulder off the mat and kick up out of that.
And he knew, if I could get him to take a little time to recover, expend some of that energy, want to catch his breath, because Pretty Boy's been doing a lot so far. It means I can go to the housekeeping portion of this match. Doors, chairs, going into the ring right now, and this is where Justice is in his element, and frankly, I think is the best on the planet once you start getting these toys involved.
Well, and that's an area that, while Pretty Boy Smooth has no problem getting physical, has no problem taking a little bit of punishment, this is not his element at all. He has never been part of it, but there you see that athleticism, the drop kick just driving the door into Justice and back into the corner.
He's going to need that athleticism. You saw it right there, because he needs to buy the time for himself. And now he's got the door propped up here in the corner. Justice rolled out. Pretty Boy Smooth looks like he has some ill intentions here for Justice.
He's got him up, fireman's carry position on the shoulders. Looking for perhaps a Death Valley driver into that door. Instead, it's a spear for Justice through the door.
The spear right through the door. When you think about the physics of a man the size of Pretty Boy Smith on that door, it breaks low right in the lower part of his back. And you're a tall person. I'm not as tall as Pretty Boy, but I'm 6'4". That's where you feel pain. And Justice setting up now to go coast to coast. Fonzie with the chairs.
He's got them all stacked up, and there's a drop kick right into PB's face.
Absolutely connected on that one.
Cover, hook the leg. Oh, barely gets the shoulder up in time.
It's a 2 3/4 if I've ever seen one right there. And you can just see the look on Justice's face right now. It's the sadistic pleasure that he takes in not only receiving pain, but in dishing it out. And now he's starting to kind of fire it up. And Pretty Boy Smooth saying, I had some momentum. He's taking that from me, and he's going to have to dig deep now to fight through this pain and start dishing it back out to Justice. But Justice has chairs. There's one set up, 2 set up in the ring now, and it looks like a door is going to go between them. Oh boy, this is what we want to see. I love it.
Fonzie ever present and helping Matthew Justice set up his contraptions that he's got in mind.
And it's this type of a match, and you hear the crowd firmly behind Justice, because, I mean, listen, he is one of the guys that helped put this company even in a bigger spotlight, and he's trying to hoist up the strength of Justice. He's not a small man. Pretty Boy Smooth out.
Oh! Justice sent face first into Fonzie!
A huge penthouse blue, the standing blue thunderbomb through the table. Oh my goodness, the Players Club.
There with the Players.
And that's it. Wadsworth, that is it. Back to back, he hits him with the penthouse blue, and then the Players Club, the fireman carry powerbomb and takes Justice out. And if you don't know anything about Justice, he can take punishment, and Pretty Boy Smooth just put him down. Wadsworth, I'm stunned. A huge win for the former AIW champion.
Absolutely, Pretty Boy Smooth. He said a lot of people doubted him when those toys come into play, but he let everybody know that he wasn't going to shy away from it. It may not be his area, it may not be his ball game. He was not going to shy away from it. He was going to come right at Matthew Justice. You can see Matthew Justice, the shoulders back, a smile on his face. I think he may have even used Pretty Boy Smooth a thumbs up. So let him know, job well done.